guys these balls so you can go home and do your homework. When you leave here, you gotta remember everything you've done. And you're gonna plug us all into the taped ones, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll take time. I've been painting, so I haven't had a chance to get them loaded.
How about I have a look at one of them just to make sure that
They're good.
not stupid.
No, they're good. Even the one that was kind of iffy with the visitor was turned out not terrible.
That's good. Yes, the visitor. The visitor came by on movie night. And you know, the visitor is okay. You just have to be ready just in case.
Have a name or
Yeah,
is
but
it an
I
entity?
don't want to.
Yeah, we'll just talk about that off camera. Because if you find out, we'll have to kill you.
Oh, okay.
We can't do these without laughing.
Hey, Dan Bongino's the Secret Service director. Isn't that the coolest? I love it. He's gonna kick butt now. I don't even think he's gonna take names.
I don't know if I know who this person is.
Dan Bongino is a former Secret Service agent who has his own talk show. He's Italian. He's strongly Italian. And when you hear him, he talks with such passion. But he's a patriot. He's a Christian guy. He's just got the whole package. And now for him to get this is just so cool. Okay. Left and right. And bring it up. Did you say Bailey's or
Irish
Irish cream?
Cream it.
Well, cream to
there
me.
was beer, whiskey, some green stuff, and some like Irish Baileys.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So it
Why would
wasn't-
anyone think that's cool? Why?
I don't know, but it was lucky name.
Was it at Lori's? Or Loy's, I mean?
Lois.
Well, with a name like Bailey, you know she's Irish. Or he's Irish. Two more. Last one. Now take your arm off. And let's see if we can roll a little bit more. And come up. Adjust your bra. Were you here for the bra episode? Yeah. It's almost as bad as Jerry Seinfeld, the stuff that happens in here.
Oh, that would be a good episode for them.
Yeah. Now this side's acting up. Yeah. Two more.
get Charlie horses in there.
Me too.
You get Charlie horses in your
couldn't
neck?
even hold my arm up because it was too tight.
Oh dear. All right, so let's take our left hand on top and then just gently pull the ear down. Try and keep this shoulder relaxed. And now gently turn the face toward the floor. Change your hand position and pull the chin down. And then release that hand and roll the chin across your chest to the other shoulder and then just up. Just a little bit and then back. Down, ear down. And now change your hand and head position and pull the head to the side and down. Just a little pressure on the top of your head, just till you feel a nice slight tug. And release. Bring both hands on top, elbows to the front, chin down. Especially if you're doing crafts and things like that.
I think that's what it was from.
And then we walk around with her, why aren't we doing this? Can you believe we're so silly? And elbows in and down. We missed you in the pool yesterday, Tracy.
Yeah, David had 2 doctor's appointments.
Oh wow, back to back, I bet.
How cool that the nurse came here. I saw a first aid van. I was wondering what that was. I didn't know they did help.
That is so great.
Mm-hmm.
You need a lot of care after something like that. Now we're going to start again with tilting that ear down. This time we're going to extend the right arm out, tuck it in the small of your back, tilt, and then I want you to pull the elbow back and bring your chest forward. So you should feel it getting a little bit deeper here and then pulling on all this. It's all the bra's fault, I'm sure. And then release release it so you can feel the difference. Now, when you just pull with the arm not behind your back, it's a pretty good stretch. But when you add that arm and then press the chest forward, it really gets deeper in. So we're stretching the muscle that keeps your head on your shoulders. So that's a good thing. And bring your hand back. And elbow back. And release. All right, let's do some shoulder rolls to the rear. Even though it was windy yesterday, we had a pretty good time in there with the big noodles.
I saw you guys go in there. We ran home for a few minutes.
So when does he start cardiac rehab? As soon as they get the
Soon.
referral.
Yeah.
Did they actually release him, or are they on the verge of working on it?
The end of working.
Oh, cool. Sorry, this will be all this, but only we will hear it.
First name basis only, so we don't have to kill anybody.
Make sure you have your phone number, because we'll give you the code and everything to get in.
And now round forward, cross the wrist, open up, and pull back. Round forward, cross the wrist, open and pull back.
I'm about to sweat doing this. Stretches. It's funny.
Okay, now roll forward, roll back. We're really getting into these muscles. You guys asked for it.
We needed it apparently.
And last one forward, last one back. And now right shoulder, left. Okay, let's have a seat. Grab the ball. Okay, let's do a little stretch on our legs. Actually, it's for the back. It's not our legs. So I washed all my shoes, and all I'm left with is my orthopedic granny shoes, but it feels good to be back in them. I love that Skechers has washable shoes, and they're not the only shoe brand that has it, but man, is that convenient. Especially when it's so dusty around here.
I know.
Just the thought of putting my foot in dusty shoes, I just can't do it. The way it was kicking up, I thought we had rain last night, but we didn't get any, did we?
Yeah, I don't think so. No, but it was perfectly calm, and then all of a sudden, wham!
I
storm
know
started.
it.
It was crazy.
Right at bedtime. Okay, let's put the ball between our knees. Whenever you do this kind of thing where you're pressing the knees in, these are called the adductor muscles. So they add to your body. Like, think of moving your legs in. So you're adding to the middle. And when you take them apart, you're abducting. So it's like taking away. So these muscles in particular, both really, but I think of the internal ones, the adductors more, is related to pelvic floor strength. Another thing that is surprising, you would think that because pressing here at the knees is quite a ways away from your pelvis, but it's all working those deep intrinsic muscles that we can't see. Another thing that helps, I just want to think of this since I'm on the same track of the pelvic floor, is toe raises. Toe raises help your pelvic health. And they're easy enough to do. These things and these things are easy to do. I do these in line when I'm waiting. I can crack off 30 toe raises when I'm waiting for my food to get checked out, you know? Anyway, little tips. Okay, so squeeze, and really mean it when you squeeze, like this thing is gonna pop, and then relax. Squeeze. This reminds me of bubble gum. It might pop. Squeeze. I think we have 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, let's hold here for a count of 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. You feeling that one? All right, we're gonna do one more set and then we're gonna do some squats with this. Squeeze. It's good for your knees too, by the way. Last one, let's hold for a count of 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Stand up. Keep the knees over the toes. Everything is pointing straight ahead. Your hips are your headlights. They are focused straight ahead. Make sure your chair's behind you. We're gonna sit and stand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. 7, 8. Let's get these over with. I'm praying for them to end. 9 and 10. Have a seat. Woo! Lovely. Let's go again. We're gonna do 3 sets of these. So this is the second set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're almost done. 9 and 10. One more set coming up. Let's rest. Ooh. Why my shins? Why my shins? Ready? Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 more. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, baby. Oh, that was good. It's good to be done. All right, let's take our shoes off. We're gonna work on the ball with our foot. So let's roll the ball out. Toe up, toes up. So anytime you have your toes up or your foot is flexed, you're shortening the muscle here in front. You're lengthening your calf muscle. And if you really want to do your homework, you can do this while you're watching TV.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Fitness has to be a conscious effort. You have to think about it all day long, like I do. I don't always do it, but I do think about it. I'm thinking of ways to work this muscle or that muscle. I'm thinking of ways not to look silly at the checkout stand. But sometimes I just have to do a squat or something, just, you know, out of boredom and thinking, hey, at least I'm doing something.
Yeah.
So it's easier to fit into your day than you think. And even at the countertop, you know, while you're waiting for the sink to heat up your water to fill up the sink, just do some toe raises or some squats. If you can do 5 squats, that's 5 squats. It's better than 0.
Okay, thinking about it, it makes us look like you when we get older. And yeah, because I want to be toned still. My mom has always walked, but she didn't know how to do these. And if she knew how to do these, she probably wouldn't have fallen.
You know, these take the place of the wild, erratic, and chaotic movements I did in the 70s when I could do anything. So the older I get, the more focused I get on what makes sense to my body, because in the end, it's all about being able to get off the toilet seat, isn't it?
Right.
So that's why I really always want to focus on getting our thighs, something
Not
for
having to have it
thighs.
all the way up here where you can't actually even go.
Right. And if you're that high, it just dribbles down your legs anyway.
It's terrible.
So.
I know.
Okay, so we're gonna. Okay.
This is only private, just so you know. You'll remember and you'll be like, yup.
Oh yeah, that was a toilet seat day. 2 weeks ago it was a bra. So we're putting our ankle
Well,
down.
honestly, though, my mom wouldn't have fallen. If she hadn't fallen, she would be so much better off right now.
Exactly, and these muscles are the most important. This muscle and this muscle.
Yep.
Another
As
one,
long as they're weak. So you can
this
do
one
these.
too, getting your foot up so you can lift your knee up so you can get up the curb.
Oh, right.
Because running into curbs happens to people all the time.
And then
Let's
they
see.
trip and fall there too, and that is hard surface if you fall.
Let's see, we rolled out, we did side to side, we did circles. Okay, let's switch sides. Yeah, the ability to lift your leg up to hip height is a big deal. I spent a lot of time working in rehab units in the PT department, and I did a little survey. I don't know that it's ever been studied officially or anything, but I just did an unofficial survey of the people who rehabbed and got back quickly to their life after, like, hip surgeries in particular. So the unit I was on was called transitional care. It means they had an accident or severe surgery, so they couldn't be just languishing in the hospital upstairs, so they brought them to the area where they would get intensive PT, but they weren't at home. So I started keeping track of the older gals that would come in their 80s, and they would have a hip operation. And here's what I found. The women who got out of bed did not lay there and whine and need more pain meds. The women who got up, complied with all the physical therapy, got up and walked with the nurses, were going up 75 feet up a hallway in a walker within 3 days, and back 75 feet. That's 150 feet. They were from the Midwest. They were from Indiana, Ohio, Nebraska. Without a challenge, they were from the Midwest. And I just thought that was so interesting. There were like at least 5 that I could think of. So I'm thinking, oh, man, this is scientific. This is a breakthrough. And of course, it's just my little study, but I think it says something that it depends not only on your ethnicity, which I didn't get into because that'd be a whole different double-blind placebo study, but it makes a difference.
My mom's always done everything they say. She sets a timer and gets up and goes around the center of their house.
Yeah, good for her.
Like for knees. She's got a hip surgery coming up, but she's always listened.
Culturally, the Mexican women will lay in bed and whine, and everyone has to come around the bedside and pat her hand.
Because
I've seen that.
They treat their families so caring. That's the
Yes,
only time they
but
probably
it's
ever
not
got
always
to.
helpful.
Yeah. It's probably the only time they get to rest.
Probably. I bet you're right.
And they're like, oh, look at this place.
That's true. I never thought of that. I just thought, well, you know, it's a focus. They're a matriarchal society.
Which makes sense. But it's not helpful for healing.
No, because nobody can do the work for you when you rehab. Nobody. Okay, let's get on our mat. Last week I did 4 of the essential Pilates for low back pain. I'm going to review those again, and if we can, we'll add 1 or 2 more. So, I don't think I need to do the ball or the bowl demonstration again, do I?
I think we know.
Everybody got
Were
that?
you here?
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. So we're going to start with pelvic tilts. The cool thing about Pilates is you don't need equipment. We've been pelvic tilting naturally since we were born. We just didn't know that's what it was called, and we didn't know that's what it did. So we're going to start on our back with our knees bent.
You can use these, but you don't have to have them.
Right.
Yeah?
So in neutral, which means you're not pressing down deeply with your low back, and you're not arched. This is like, I call this my grocery list position, where I can just zone out and make my grocery list. So your arms are down by your side, palms to the floor, and you're going to lift your buttocks, not lifting off the floor, but lift them a little bit as you tilt that pelvis toward your head. So you're shortening the distance between your belly button and your rib cage. And now release and come back to grocery list or neutral. And this time arch your back a little bit, tilt the pelvis toward your feet. Come back to neutral. Tilt toward the head. And release to neutral. Tilt toward the feet. And neutral. Toward the head. And neutral. And toward the feet. And neutral. Now keep your arms down, and what you're going to do is bring your knees up to 99, no, excuse me, your feet are on the floor. What you're going to do is just bring the bent knee up one at a time and place it down, other leg. So you're just marching in place. So we've already, this is our second Pilates exercise for low back. And you can do this before you get out of bed. You can do both of those. Okay, so let's bring both knees up now. So you're in imprint position, tabletop position. Your arms are straight up from the shoulders, palms facing each other. Inhale. As you exhale, extend the right leg and the left arm out. Bring it back to center. Inhale. And exhale. Right arm, left leg. And bring it back. Right arm, right leg, left arm. Back. Right arm, left leg. Exhale as you pull your arm and leg away. Inhale as you return. One more on each side. Put your knees into the chest for a brief rest. Okay, so we've done the pelvic tilt, the march, the dead bug. Now we're going to do bridges. Bring your feet back to the floor with your knees bent. Palms down, arms at your side. Lift the bottom up. Try and keep everything pulled together. In other words, I don't want your butt wobbling or your knees wobbling as you lift. Try and keep everything in a straight line. Lift up. And pull down. Inhale. And exhale as you lift. Inhale as you come down. We're going to do 10 of these, so we have 8 more. Lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. 6 more. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. I'm sorry, we have one more. Roll down. Pull up. And roll down. Knees to chest. Rock side to side. And if your ball is handy, put your feet back down on the floor, put the ball between your knees. And we're going to do a set of 10 with the ball between our knees. Not a lot of pressure as you lift, but in the end we will hold the pressure on the ball. So right now you're just keeping it there without falling out. Ready? And lift. And lower. Lift.
pull the ball in and squeeze, not only the ball, but your buttocks. Squeeze and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Oh. Nice job, you guys. Okay, so pelvic tilt, marching, dead bug, bridges. That's 4.
We got time for one more. The 5th, the 5. Let's see, so this is the 5th out of 8 that I consider the basics. And those are the clams. So bring your knees up to 45 degrees. And remember, any body part that's not working is still in line. This is the working part, but from here up to your ear should be in a straight line, even though we are not lifting our upper body. So knees are stacked. Lift that top knee and close. We could do bands with these next week. Then you'll appreciate clam. You may notice you're not getting a lot of lift. That's because you're aligned. When you're not aligned, you look like you're really doing something cool, but you're not. Okay, I think this is 5. We're gonna go to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, cramp in my toe. Now with that same alignment, you're going to lift just the lower leg up. What we're working is gluteus medius. Okay, let's come around to the other side, back into the 45-degree angle. Knees are stacked. One more, knee down and foot up.
Must be getting stronger because we can, or at least I can lift higher than I could the first couple weeks.
2 more.
I could barely do these.
You know, Pilates is that way. It looks like nothing is happening, but because you're focusing and you're breathing and you're aware of what body part you're working, it suddenly shows up in funny ways.
That's
That's
awesome.
great.
I could
Okay.
barely do those. This is exciting.
I think Pilates is just the greatest. Okay, so let's bring our heels together. Make a little diamond shape, roll your chest down, and just hang out there. Exhale, and let's try and get a little bit lower down on our feet this time. toes to the inside of your knees. Press down on the knees as you roll forward. And release. And swing our legs around. And pause here. Just want you to walk your hands as close to your feet as possible. While you press your bottom to the sky, I want you to feel that good hamstring stretch. And then bring your hands up in front of your legs, tuck your bottom, walk your hands up to your knees, your thighs, and your hips, pulling your butt under, and just uncurling you gently. Be kind to your back. And let's take a deep breath up. And blow it all away. One more. Get deep into it this time. Bend the knees and lift. And exhale. Thanks for coming, you guys.